The other day, the clouds were moving in front of the moon like so quickly, like it didn't even look real. My boyfriend says he thinks it's because of the altitude, like we literally live closer to the clouds now because we live on a mountain. But regardless of why it's happening, it makes me feel like I'm sleepwalking during the day, if that makes sense. Like I just noticed the thing in the dream that makes me realize that it's a dream.
That's like one of the things that you do to test if you're dreaming or not, right?
Yeah, like I said, you can totally train yourself to recognize it. I mean, just hit a light switch every now and then. If the lights are on and you can't turn them off, then most likely you're dreaming.
Like somehow I've just become lucid in a dream I've been in for who knows how long. As you can tell, I have so much laundry right now that I need to put away. So instead of going outside and pretending like I can avoid it, I'm gonna sit right here and talk as I put it away. In like October, November, I think, I was completely obsessed with the song I Wish I Was Stephen Malcolm by I don't know how you say her name, which prompted me to do some like really late night research one night to find out who Stephen Malcolm was.
Hi, I'm Steve Malcolm.
And I found out that he was in a indie rock band named Pavement, and he was kind of one of the frontmen for the like grungy, what's known as slacker type of 90s movement. I ended up like one night really late going down a rabbit hole of watching all of Pavement's old music videos. But it was like totally like I binge watched them when I was half asleep. I probably should have been sleeping, and I have no memory of if I even liked the songs or not. They're somewhere buried deep in my subconscious, but I don't remember them. Flash forward to a couple months later, in February, I filmed a cheap art supply challenge video where I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to draw. So I like flipped through my journal and just picked out random doodles I had done. And I ended up with this idea for a drawing that I wouldn't have come across otherwise if I hadn't done everything so specifically in that day, which was there's like this bathtub and then all the tiles on the wall above it are kind of like memories or something. I don't know, but even in the video I say,
and I actually think I might want to explore that in a different piece.
2 weeks later, the band Pavement posts a new music video, which is really weird because they've been broken up for 22 years, which is also weird because I'm 22 years old, just a coincidence, but anyways. YouTube's algorithm did not recommend this for me, even though I went down that Stephen Malcolmist rabbit hole. It would take until last night for me to get it recommended to me because I was going through a spiral of just watching like aesthetically pleasing music videos. And so this new Pavement video is recommended for me. I didn't even click on it because I knew who the artist was or I recognized that it was Pavement. I clicked on it because the thumbnail looked like the video would be good. And in the video, there's a bathtub and the tiles on the wall are old Pavement music videos. Like all the music videos I binge watched that one night and were buried in my subconscious somewhere. All these memories I had. And there's like a girl in the video who's like going through all the music videos and experiencing it, and but I don't know if I'm telling the story right, but the point is that just hit so on the nose for me because I was like, really? I had this idea of the bathtub tiles.
Squares at the top seem like they're zoom-ins of the tiles, and like the tiles all contain memories or something.
I also had this experience of watching all the Pavement music videos, and together it's like, did you just take this idea that was buried deep in my head that I didn't even know about? I feel like the older I get, the smaller the world becomes. And also the more I realize how much my ideas aren't new, which, you know, we've all felt at some point, especially if you're like a creative person, you probably felt that. After watching that video, I went to sleep and I woke up with this idea that what separates something incredible from something that anyone else can make is that you have to understand your ideas aren't unique and your experiences aren't unique. What is possible to be unique is how you combine all those experiences and all those ideas into one layered thing, because the likelihood that someone has experienced all those things and has all those ideas and combines them to create that same layered thing is very unlikely. I feel like for so long I really wanted to be an idea-based creator. Like I wanted all my art pieces to have a really good idea behind them. I couldn't just make for the sake of making. I wanted all my videos to have like, this is the point of the video. I would never just sit down and record like I'm doing right now, because what's the point? There's no point of just sitting down and talking without, it following what the title I already thought up was going to be. But the fact is, ideas aren't art. Ideas are just in your head, and until you make something, you're not going to be able to explore as many of those ideas as you'll want. And things only get better the more you make. So you don't need an idea to make something. Actually, you'll probably get more ideas by making something without any. I had no idea where this was going to go when I started rambling, but here we are. I don't know. And now I have an idea to draw something.
Didn't you guarantee that you would only need me? The feelings, they can linger, but now I'm just a ringer. Didn't you guarantee she's going to?
Something I've been trying to work on, and I've talked about this in so many videos, is making when I feel like making. If I have an idea, execute it, and if I feel like making something and I have no ideas, make anyways. And honestly, I think the result of creating like this is unpredictable, because like the lack of prepping means the final piece may turn out to be horrible. Like, this final piece is definitely not my favorite in my sketchbook, but you know what? I got the idea out. And I've said this before, but in general, I'd rather just be making bad art than making no art. So I'm happy I sat down and worked in my sketchbook, even if I don't love the final result here.
You said I needn't worry, but you said it in a hurry.